back to my makeup party. Today I'm going to be reviewing for you the Marc Jacobs Style Icon number 7, the Lolita eyeshadow palette. Also the new Nars All Day Luminous Weightless foundation. And Marc Jacobs, a lip gloss, Lust for Lacquer lip vinyl. So it has snowed all day today, and what do? How crazy am I about makeup? I get in the car and I drove to Sephora and to Walgreens and I bought makeup all day because I was on the hunt for some certain products and I just had to go and get them. So I'll show you what I got at Sephora. I got the Marc Jacobs, it's called the Lolita Style Icon eyeshadow palette. Now when you take this out of the box, it is so luxe and luxury and awesome. It comes in this little fabric pouch, so that right off the top, that was like luxurious looking to me. And then when you open it up, it has, you know, most palettes have a little film on top. This one has a very fancy film. It's black. And I was like, whoa, how sleek and modern. So you take that off and then there are your beautiful eyeshadows. I have those on today and I'll be showing you what I did with those. It also, strangely, this was very strange for me, came with a little sponge tip applicator in the little fabric pouch. I thought that was kind of strange for a high-end brand, but I am not against sponge tip applicators for doing lid color. That's really the only time I would use them. So I used it today. The rest of the time I use my brushes. They're better for crease and that kind of thing. So I started out with my eyelids primed, and I used the second color from the left side. They don't have names, so I just have to kind of point to them. I used that for my lid color. That's a real nice matte caramel color. And then sort of halfway from my lid to the corner, I did the very last color, which is a coppery gold. Then I did in the crease, I did the darkest shade that they have, a really dark espresso matte brown. I did that in the corner and I did that in the crease. Then for a highlight, I did the second from the right, which is a gold sort of, well, more like a champagne with a little bit of peach in it, sort of a satin or shimmer. Then I blended between my crease and my highlight with the prettiest color in the palette. It's a really light cream, but it has that pink cast to it, that pink iridescence to it that you see every now and then, a color like this. That's really the color that I loved the most out of this whole palette. That's kind of why I bought the palette, to tell you the truth. And then I went back later and put some of my lid color on top of that to blend, because I felt like the crease was really dark in this palette. The only color I could really see using in my crease was really dark. So I sort of blended that out with some more of the lid color. All of these were really soft, super pigmented. Even those mattes were super pigmented. In the middle, there is a really glittery glitter gold champagne with a touch of pink. It's not a bad, terrible glitter. It's got enough of a background to it that it's not super flaky, but it is a bit flaky. And I did try to pat a little bit of that in the middle of my lid, and it pretty much just went everywhere. Now I could have used my trick that I use where I spray a little setting spray on the brush and then dab it on. I didn't try to do that because I was so busy cleaning glitter off my face. So what I would have wished they had done on this palette, I wish they had maybe, these two last colors are really similar. I really wish they had maybe taken this glitter out and put in a mid-tone brown, something between these two colors here that you could make a real nice crease out of that wasn't super dark. I feel like the crease, I feel like the only color I felt comfortable using in the crease was the really espresso, and I felt like that's a little too dark. It was an expensive palette. I don't know if it's really worth that much. It's probably not something I'm going to reach for over and over again because of that lack of a mid-tone like I talked about. The packaging is great, sleek and sophisticated looking, but I don't know if it's that great a palette for me. So to finish out, I used a Marc Jacobs lip vinyl, super lustrous lip vinyl. This one is called Superstar Lust for Lacquer lip vinyl. This is the plushest, cushioniest gloss I've ever used in my life. It has a little bit of a tingle sensation to it. So it's got sort of a cooling feel, tingle. Not really peppermint. It doesn't smell like peppermint. It just has this sort of a plumping feel, I guess. But it's so cushiony. It's not a watery gloss. It's very, it's a lacquer for sure, but it's the cushioniest, plushest feel ever of any kind of lip gloss. Stays on really well for a gloss. I'm not the biggest fan of glosses because they don't stay on to me, but this one stays on pretty well because I think of the thickness of it. It's a very thick, not sticky, but thick feel on your lips. Okay, so today I got a sample of the new Nars All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I got two different colors to try them out. I got a Mont Blanc and I got a Gobi. And I'm wearing the Mont Blanc today, and it is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I'm really feeling kind of airbrushed on it. It's definitely, I'm scrunching up my face to see how weightless it feels. It's pretty weightless. It feels pretty good. Once again, I have really dry skin. I don't know that I can wear a Nars foundation every day. It's a liquid foundation. When you feel it, it's that same liquid consistency that pretty much all of their foundations have. It does go on and you get immediately a matte feeling, like a powdery kind of feel to your fingers when you're applying it immediately. It reminds me a lot of the YSL Fusion ink. That kind of a powder sort of matte finish. I think this color's pretty good. It might be a tiny bit too yellow for me, then again maybe not. And I'll show you swatches of both colors so you can get an idea on that. I don't know if I would rush out and, well, if I was a liquid foundation wearer, if I didn't have this dry skin with all these little imperfections, I think I could probably go for this one as a foundation. But I like my BB creams and I like those kind of things, very moisturizing. If I was a liquid foundation wearer, I would probably go for this one. It would be nice to have this one maybe as a backup. But there's a Physicians Formula foundation that I like a lot, and I do like my BB creams. Is it luminous? I don't think it's all that luminous. Once again, I kind of judge luminous foundations against the most luminous and wonderful foundation that I know of. It's just a powder foundation, but the IT Cosmetics Celebration Illumination Foundation. That one is able to cover and be pretty and be luminous without any sparkle at all. There's no shimmer, no sparkle, but somehow it gives you sort of a really light sheen. So that to me is luminous. I haven't found anything else to be luminous since I've used that. So I don't know that this one is so much luminous. It is weightless. It is lightweight. It is matte. It is perfecting, sort of an airbrushed. I don't know that it's luminous. Upcoming reviews, I have a lot of them. I'm going to be reviewing a couple of the Wet n Wild new Silver Lake eyeshadow 6. I think there's 6 pans in each. I'll be reviewing a couple of those. I'll be reviewing some new Jordana matte lipsticks I got today. Those were pretty nice. I'll be reviewing the NYX NYX Wonder Stick. It's a contouring stick with a highlighter on one end and a contour on the other. And my big exciting palette I got today, I will be reviewing for you. That is the Lancome My French palette. Gorgeous, gorgeous spring, summer look. On my radar, beauty products that I'm excited about. NYX has a new prismatic eyeshadow line. I think they're singles. I want to try some of those out. I want to see what's so prismatic about them. Also, in my drugstore selections, I noticed that Maybelline is coming out with a blushed nudes eyeshadow palette. I think it's sort of along the lines of the Naked 3, where it's mostly pinks. I think there's a gray in there. I might pick that one up. I did pick up the Maybelline The Nudes eyeshadow palette, and I wore that once and it was okay. Not really something I'd reach for again. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned and please subscribe.